You fucking.
And we are live.
Nah. We're gonna have this debate live then, Jared.
No, don't seriously, don't start. We are live now. Manuel, you're wrong, buddy. Or you probably sent that in the second after we're live. So we're gonna let it fill up a little bit first. We'll get into it. We'll have a good old chat today. How's everyone getting on? Are you well?
Yes.
Are you well? Because you're looking well. So yeah.
How you getting on, everyone?
That was the kind of notice you got a haircut. You're looking well.
How are you? Thanks.
How's the laws?
Fun fact, everybody. Me and Thomas Crowe met for the first time ever, like last Thursday. You know, went around and we just kicked the ball for around a good 2 hours. Like, good crack.
That's didn't even invite me. That didn't even invite me. It's terrible crack.
We didn't invite. What are you talking about, man? We were screaming at you on the phone to come out.
Yeah, man. If it had been the day before, I would have been there. Day after, I would have been there. Just that day was just terrible.
Timing for you, man. We'll have to do it again at some point. Just go out and all we did was literally just kick a football to each other for around hour and a bit, like
Jamcast podcast, number one podcast in Ireland besides ourselves. No, these lads are a fair bit above us.
We'll give you number two. We'll give you 1.5.
They're good lads. You may check them out. Jamcast podcast. Good lads. You're gonna behave. Oh my god. Just G. Yeah, we got back to a little bit of archery, so that was great crack. Yeah, even made a post about it. So whoo. So yeah, we're gonna fill up a little bit, and then we're gonna have a chat about Dana White and the boys. A bit of Dana White privilege. Yeah, we're gonna have a good chat about that.
Man, that was so funny.
That was pretty funny, yeah.
That was literally so funny. Like when Tony said that, man, I lost it. It was like it was great. The whole event was really good. Like I didn't stay up and watch it, but I watched it the next morning, and the fights were like they were pretty good.
Same. They were good.
Wreck though. Couldn't stay up and watch it. Shame. I'll stay up and watch 263 because I'm interested in Adesanya. You know, cool guy. Not that I wasn't interested in this one. I mean, it was still pretty good, but not as interesting.
What's this weekend?
So this weekend is Fight Night. It's just it's in the Apex. Like it's two former bantamweight champions fighting it out. Like is the main event really. So it's not really. And
then what's the week after? That's a big one, isn't it?
Do you remember the boring fight between the heavyweights that we stayed up to watch and it went to decision? It was Cyril Gane versus Rosenstrike. Rosenstrike's fighting again.
All right.
So I don't know if I'll stay up and watch that one. I'm probably not going to stay up and watch the fight nights anymore, man, because I actually have a fairly good sleeping schedule. Like I've managed to sort myself out with it. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, you know. But I'll stay up and watch the main ones, and same with like boxing, because I really like staying up and watch boxing. Like, even though the entire sport right now is just they're nothing compared to UFC. You know, like it's so badly done by the promoters and everything.
Just want to pull up something real quick. I reckon he's like it.
Yeah.
There's another little observation I had. Just a second now.
You got plans for summer, so you'll be seeing me again, Crow. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
The new Discord logo. Does it look like a crab?
Is there a new logo?
Yeah, this is the new one. Like, do you reckon it looks like a crab?
Kind of. A little bit.
You got the little legs in the back, and you got the big claws at the front.
Oh, yeah. I suppose.
Shaped like a biscuit.
Yeah, I can see a crab.
Yeah, someone said it to me the other day, like, I think it looks rotten. I looked it up and I was like, crab? But yeah.
I don't.
To move on to we're nearly 5 minutes in, so to move on to the Dana White, Jake Paul thing, Jake Paul's been saying that he's ready to work with Dana White for Triller events and to sort out some like boxing matches between UFC fighters and himself. Dana White basically called him out and said, "You're a fucking idiot. Stop calling me. Stop harassing me. Go build your own thing. This isn't the first time someone's done this." So, as I say, it's a good start to a lovely working relationship. Yeah, it's pretty bad out. The big boss wasn't happy. So yeah,
I don't blame him.
I'd be fucking same.
You have this guy from YouTube calling you out every week, saying, "I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick your guy's ass, and there's nothing you can do about it." Like at some point, you just gotta say, "Leave us alone, man. You're annoying the shit out of us."
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to sign Jake Paul into the UFC, that would be kind of interesting. But
yeah.
Jake Paul's not going to do that because he knows if he does that, he's going to lose. See, he's really smart. And he said this the other day. He said, I think when people were talking about him fighting DC in like an MMA fight, and they were like, and Jake said, "I'm not going to fight someone who I have no knowledge prior to doing, right?" And yet he's fought guys who have never fought a day in their lives, like Nate Robinson or Deji. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's
the guys who have fought before have very, very little knowledge in boxing or striking. So he handpicks his opponents very, very carefully, and he does it very smart. Like the guy's smart. The guy's he's a marketing genius. I'll give him that. He knows how to market himself as a bad guy. I'll give him credit there for that, man. But when you're Dana and you see this guy, man, it just annoys the shit out of him. So I don't even blame him for getting annoyed at him. Like,
yeah, and like he's been complaining at press conferences that a lot of people are just asking about Jake Paul at this point. Like every event, no matter what, fight night, be it fucking whatever, he's getting asked about Jake Paul. And if he's trying to promote his own thing, like, fuck off. Yeah, the Paul's are unique. I'll give him that.
What do you mean very double moral on this stuff, Manuel? Like, what do you mean by that?
Double
moral, what do you mean?
Actually, I don't know what you mean there. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean, like, when you say that. I don't like him. I mean, I kind of like Logan, but I don't think he should leave. I think I said I wouldn't talk about him versus Floyd, and I'm not. So I'm not even gonna fucking talk about it. It's just that fight annoys me.
I think Logan's definitely come back up in terms of, I don't know, people's view on him. Like, he's got a cool podcast going. I'll give him that one. I think I think he's okay, to be honest. I think the whole thing he did when he was younger in Suicide Forest was horrible. I think he's had to deal with the consequences of doing that for so long now. I think he's like a milder version of his brother. So,
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
What I mean
his brother is like
they say one thing and do the other.
Yeah. His brother stepping into his controversial shoes now.
They do that. Yes, I wouldn't even say that they say things and do the other, because usually what they say is stupid, but kind of back it up. I mean, give them that. I mean, they talk a lot of shit, but at least like they say they want to prove themselves that they can. I mean, Jake wants to fight all these guys because he thinks he can. He thinks he can win. Like he thinks he has the mentality and ability to win these fights, and I'll give him that. I mean, you got to give him credit somewhere. Don't like the guy, but I'll be fair. I'm not.
Yeah.
Not gonna guys out there making millions. He doesn't really give a fuck what I say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. You see, Michael Bisping just gave it like a reveal as to like why he turned down the Jake Paul fight, because he was offered it.
Probably he didn't want to humor the guy. That's why. What did he say though?
I didn't look into it all that much, to be honest. But it just like makes sense for Jake Paul. Ask an older guy with one eye. Ask a guy who's known as the worst striker in the UFC.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor, because even if he lost, he'd make millions. It's the only risk he would take in terms of losing to someone. But
Thomas would beat Jake in a nutshell. Someone asked me today, would I do an amateur boxing fight? I'd be up for it. I'd do it.
Fair enough.
I mean,
I know two guys.
If I had training and stuff, like I'd probably do anything if I had the right amount of training and stuff, man. But like, everything's closed.
Yeah.
No gyms open or anything. Because I'd actually, do you know what I was thinking about it, man? I would actually love to learn like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like that's something I want to do before I'm 30. Is to like be a black belt in that shit. Genuinely.
Oh, a black belt, man! It takes a decade to be a black belt.
That's what I mean. Before I'm 30, I'm 19 now. I got 10 years, man, before I'm in my prime.
There you go.
You know what? You're
sketchy
right
Irishman
there,
coming in saying facts, man.
I
was going to say, Thomas, you know about those lads in town who had like an amateur boxing match over like beef they had together from Edenderry, like?
No, not.
I'm not going to name drop them, Mike, but
if you put them in the private chat, could you put it in the private chat there real quick, just so I'd know who they are? Because I genuinely don't. Because I think I kind of have an idea of who you're talking about, but not really.
There you go.
They had an amateur boxing match to get rid of the beef.
Yeah, to get rid of the beef, and your man lost. The guy who like challenged a boxing match. The guy essentially there, he lost.
The guy's like what? 5'2".
He's about that, yeah, 5 foot, and the other guy was, I guess, normal height, but I don't know. Bit stupid if you've seen the fight, because one was the guy when he was losing, he was like, "Come on," like Rocky with like the slack jaw and the fucking yeah.
Your brother got to black belt and takedown in Taekwondo in 5 years, so. For Thomas, say 10 years means he's lazy. Oh, Manuel, I would love to block you, but I'm so tired at the moment, man. I
almost got to a black belt in kickboxing. I got to purple belt with a brown tip. Because I didn't get my brown belt, I gave up and went to the archery. But with how young I was, man, like the idea that like someone who was like younger than 14, maybe nearly 15, could have a black belt is pretty fucking out there. Like if it takes a decade to get it and other things, like I have like a teenager with a black belt, man. And there was a lot of them in the place I was, and they were very good. And we'll have them on to do some fight talk sometime. But you know,
oh yeah, I'd love to do a fight talk with the lads from Edenderry. I mean, but like, do you know who I'm on about when I like? Yeah,
I know.
I'd love to do.
We have a friend who's good.
I asked a fight into podcast to get on. Like all they do is talk UFC boxing, and I asked them, "Would you like to do this thing?" They didn't get back to me. I should ask them more like podcasts to do collaborations. You know, because
we think it'd be cool. This discussion combustion recently.
Yeah, and we're having them on our show at some point, like in the near future, maybe 2.
How many views did they get for that? Let me take a look.
Thomas Street Brawls and me Kung Fu Fighting LOL. Manuel, I don't want to get in a fight with you because your face is too pretty, man. And I'd hate to ruin that. But you did Krav Maga for about a year, and I wasn't graded in all that time. I know some of them don't do anything like with belts or anything because they see it as kind of pointless, you know?
Do you know why a black belt is black?
Why?
Because it's supposed to represent like you got it dirty over time. And like all the hard work you put into it, you know, like, yeah.
So you go from being pure white to black. Wow, that is really interesting shit.
I'm gonna share the screen again. I'll show you. We were on a podcast earlier today.
I didn't even know that.
That's few awesome. Views. That's a bit better than us. It's on 13.5K.
Oh, that's so depressing.
That's so bad.
I'm so happy for them.
Video
They're really good
with that.
what they do.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, lads. I feel like we're
good for them. I love those guys. They're so cool. Go check out Discussion Combustion. I mean, they're awesome. Oh, could they do that when they? Oh, wow! I didn't even know they did that, man.
Not even one dislike. I'll be the first. No.
Nah, we stop.
No, these lads are class. They're absolute legends. And we're having them on soon. They're good crack. We talked all sorts of shite. So, know yourself, lads.
Yeah,
All the
we should start
bits,
collaborating
all the
on more
bits.
podcasts again, man. I mean, I miss like there was a time where we interviewed like 3 podcasts a week. I mean,
But the thing is, like, if you interview a podcast, you're a podcast who interviews podcasts. There's like a bit something to that, I guess. How you getting on, Shuni?
yeah.
You're looking well, even though I've never seen you.
How you know?
What was I going to say? But like when we have the likes of like actors or athletes on, there's something there. Like you can go
And Bill's
and
here
find
as well.
find
How you know
something
Bill?
find something that suits you. Like
Mm. How you know Bill, man? Scrack. And you love us. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Shuni. It's always
we
like the
have like
compliments with you. You're too kind.
we even have like videos with one of the guys from Two Buddy. He's like a YouTube expert, like, and yeah, that was great crack. So if you want to learn YouTube tips, there's your video. But we've been applying like a lot of the stuff that guy said, and I've noticed like our views went, like, even on old videos, just went up. Like you might notice in some recent videos, they're not called like insert name of the Irish episode, whatever. Now we actually have like a title to it, so you know something. And trying to make the thumbnails a bit better.
Check out my channel. I have a video of me doing a tiger form of kung fu. You know, Manuel, one of your videos got recommended for me the other day from 13 years ago or some shit like that. And it was you in like your school cafe or something, man. Weird. And
That's crazy.
It was really, really weird, man. I didn't watch it now because I was looking up something else, but I thought it was really weird. I was just like out of nowhere. And it wasn't even on this channel. It was my own personal YouTube, which I don't think I've ever watched any of your videos on my own personal YouTubes, but like, to be honest, it's always on this channel.
Pretty weird.
It was pretty weird, right?
Hmm.
Really, really weird. And I just went, huh. Unexpected.
Small world. It's kind of like you're scrolling through YouTube, you find someone you know. It's almost like when we're watching TV or whatever, or watching a movie, we might find someone we've had on the show before. I don't know if you follow us on Instagram, but that happened with Dominic Burgess, and I thought it was hilarious. I was watching this movie called Ma, and he just showed up as being like a co-worker, and then he showed up again later on the story, and I was like, oh my god, it's such a small world. Or like watch this thing called Splinter. It's like a horror movie, and the way you get infected by this pathogen or whatever is it splinters off, and if a splinter gets in you, it splinters your body, you become whatever. And
did you say you were watching Man?
Charles Baker was in that. Yeah.
Oh, was he? Shit. Man,
He was in Splinter.
How fucking stupid it was, man. That film is so dumb.
You don't like that movie? I thought it was class.
No. I thought it was like kind of a weird. It was an okay movie until maybe the last like 10 minutes when she just like, abused those kids for zero reason. Like kind of reason, but like.
Well, she wanted to get back at what was done to her.
Their parents. Yeah, I don't. I was like, I don't. I remember watching. Yeah. I'm like, this is dumb. Why is she doing it? Like, I knew why she was doing it, but I was more like, it was just like kind of. You didn't see it from her throughout the film that she was a fucking psycho nut that would do this kind of thing, and then the ending was just like, oh, okay, it's over. Was I telling you about that film, The Army of the Ghost of War thing?
No. Oh, you were. You said it was bad.
Yeah, shite. Don't watch that film. It's terrible. It's like these World War II guys in a haunted house during World War II, and it's just so stupid. There's a big twist at the end of it, and you're there at the very end. When it ends, you're like, oh, okay. It's just so. It's like, why?
Like, anyway.
Why even do that? It's so bad. Ma was all right. It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't shit either. A lot of movies are like that, though, in all fairness. Like, a lot of them are like, you'd watch them a couple times, but you wouldn't be like, this is the greatest movie I have ever seen in my life. That's reserved for like 6 or 7 films. What's your favorite film at the moment, Jared? Go on. Humor me.
Fucking put me on the spot, man.
Go on, at the moment. Like, what one right now you've seen recently and you thought that was great?
Shrek the Third.
Shrek the... I had this argument with someone else the other day as well, man. Shrek the Third is the worst Shrek. What is up with people watching
No,
Shrek the
you
Third?
argued with me about that.
Was I good? Okay, let's continue. Shrek the Third is the worst
Fuck
Shrek
you. It's
film.
the best Shrek. Oh, you like the one with
it-
Grumple Skill Skins or whatever his fucking name is, where he's like, "Oh, Oogus Boogus, right in the paper, you're gone." Yeah, terrible movie.
Shrek
Terrible
the Third
plot.
is so fucking bad. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're just wrong. Your opinion's wrong, and you need to learn that. You need to understand that.
it goes 2-1-4-3.
No,
Yes. Shrek 2
One
is the
is-
best Shrek.
I don't. Sure.
Sure.
Okay, sure. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna defend it. It was an okay movie, but I'm not gonna get into like fucking how good of a Shrek movie it was. But I was watching it with my girlfriend, and I was like, if Fiona's talking about having kids, like, and Donkey's just after having kids, but like, between Shrek 3 and Shrek 1, like, how much time has passed? Because at the start of it, there's a newspaper from when they first came to Far, Far Away, which is only after they got together. So, like, they're there like a week. They're together a week or just under a month. It's kind of weird.
Zombie Weavers. As an hour and 20 minutes you aren't getting back.
Zombievers.
Zombievers. I'm gonna. Well, actually, what I like to do is whenever my friend comes around, we get drunk as shit, and then we watch really bad horror films. So I might actually put that one to my list. For me, it's Black Hawk Down. I haven't seen Black Hawk Down, but I know how good of a movie American Sniper is. Like that one is. It's really fucking good.
That was a good movie.
Shrek the Third ain't the worst. Want to know how you not remember any of the weird Halloween skits in movies? There's one about Lord Farquaad come back from the dead. Yeah. You mean when Shrek the cast does Thriller? Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna take your opinion on that being the worst. Okay, that one doesn't. That one wins automatically. Actually, because I remember seeing it in cinemas when it came out, and I didn't really get it at the time. But I went back and watched Baby Driver. And I'm putting it as my favorite at the moment. And I watched it with my girlfriend when she came over, and she said it's probably her favorite Edgar Wright film. Like, yeah, she's not a fan of the other ones for some reason. She didn't like all the violence and shit. So it's not for her, But she said she really liked this one. Have you guys? Yeah, of course we've seen Independence. Of course we've seen Independence Day. It's great.
Here, I want to go back to the Dana White thing. I have an article to show if you're all set.
Go.
Actually, no.
Well.
No, I'll do.
Show me that.
I can imagine you click on this title and we're talking about Shrek and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
no, go on, turn on the Dana White thing. Well, I haven't read any articles. I watched his do you know when he does the post press conference? I'll always go to sleep after the main event, and then I'll wake up, and that'll be the first thing I watch is his Jake Paul claims there's conversation. There isn't.
Okay, so listen, Jake Paul is saying this right now, yeah? Dana White said he'd never promote Jake Paul, blah, blah, blah. Dana White literally just said, the guy's been harassing him and is trying to get him to basically interact and work with Triller and blah, blah, blah. Dana White claims he's seen it before. It's not the first time someone's claimed to do better than the UFC, but how long can they do that properly? Okay, so in an interview with Chael Sonnen, Paul implies that they've been in talks with the UFC. Dana says that's not true. No interest in working with Jake Paul. Oh man.
He was not on Chael Sonnen's show, was he?
I wasn't aware of this, but holy fuck.
Okay, if you put that on mute, can you play it for a second? Or is that you're not allowed to play it?
We'll find out.
Was he just scroll ahead, see if he was actually on his show?
You can react to stuff, you know that, yeah.
Man.
See what I'm saying?
I want to watch this. I can't hear anything in that's coming out of that, but I'm gonna watch that interview. I can't stand either of those guys. I think it'd be a fucking stinger.
Chael Sonnen is where Conor McGregor got a lot of his fucking, I guess his
Material from
influence. Yeah, like
yeah.
Chael was the original shit talker, but he could never back it up.
Nah.
Well, he did, but he had some astonishing losses. So he says stuff going on. Dana White basically said 2 days ago, none of that's true. It's complete bullshit. But when did this video come out? Just to
Manuel wants
confirm.
the link to the article. If you can put that in the comments straight after. But
I will.
I'm gonna watch that podcast. Sometimes I watch Chael Sonnen just for his fight predictions because they're so bad. They're usually wrong. And have you seen this thing, the aerial curse now? It's like if you go on Ariel Helwani's show like before a fight, you're more likely to lose now.
Oh God.
I saw something today. It was really fucking weird. It was like this thing, and it was like the records of the fighters who have lost to Justin Gaethje after. And do you know what it is, man? It's 4-15.
So once you lose to Justin Gaethje, you're done.
Pretty much. Like Cerrone's 0-4, and Ferguson 0-3, and RDA 0-5. So once you lose to Justin, and Khabib has never won a fight after he fought Justin Gaethje.
Shut up. Actually,
but the Gaethje curse, man.
There you go. I next want to bring up the story with Olivera. Like, is he like Khabib material, or is he just a filler for now?
What do you mean by Khabib? I don't think Khabib has a material. You know, like I think the guy is. I think it would have been like Ariel Helwani said, it would have been a fun fight if Olivera fought Khabib, but never gonna happen, obviously. But the thing is, like, the guy has been in the organization for 10 years and has, 28 professional fights with the UFC. If there's any more deserving lad to be the champion, it's him. And
that's fair.
I think he can go toe to toe with a lot of guys in the division. He can definitely beat Conor, and he can definitely probably beat Dustin because like his grappling is good enough to beat Dustin.
I don't think he can beat Conor.
You don't think he can beat Conor?
No, I think he almost got knocked out in the first round. So yeah. Imagine Conor trying to do the same thing. And they didn't go to the. Oh, I don't know. Did they go to the cage all that much? Conor has this thing he does with his shoulder, and it does some serious damage. Like, I don't know. Conor has a great defense when it comes to
I guess we'll see, man.
Getting taken down or getting clinched.
I can see the winner of Poirier Conor will definitely get the title shot. There's no doubt about that at all. But probably what's going to happen now is Gaethje's going to fight Michael Chandler, which is a very interesting fight, I think, because I like both those guys. Have you heard of the Gaethje algorithm right now on YouTube?
You've told me about it, but no.
Man, he is all over my timeline on YouTube. Every time I click into it, the first video is usually Justin Gaethje. I mean, it's crazy. Everybody's getting recommended. Like, I love Justin Gaethje now. The guys, I think he was in Nelk, that like group of lads and kind of fuck around and stuff. They did like a 5 minute, I think it was a minute and a half fight, and they said if we can knock Justin Gaethje out, they'll pay 25 grand for his wedding.
I seen that. Did. Justin Gaethje fights fan for 25K.
Yeah, and they just gave him 25K. Like that was the Nelk lads. Like they were the ones that went on the stage with like Trump. They're doing the what was his song again? Trump's.
Oh, I don't know.
But they started doing. Oh, it was YMCA. They started doing YMCA with Trump, like on one of his like closing days of like presidential campaigning. Keep an eye on the server. I can almost guarantee you that Lee Harvey Oswald will leave in the next few days.
Because JFK left, or whatever. Whew. That's what can you say there?
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's good. It's kind of
okay. So UFC's been a bit hectic, but besides UFC, there's nothing really big has happened in the last week.
What do you mean?
They found that Emperor Dumbo squid. You hear about that?
No.
I'll show it to you. They found some kind of new squid. I reckon it looks weird.
What are you talking about? I'm going to talk about boxing because I am pissed off at boxing. I just want to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fight, and now Deontay Wilder has come in with the fucking law case. You guys can't fight unless I fight him first. You know, like, and the judge has given it to Deontay Wilder. So either we're going to see a trilogy fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, or he's going to pay him, or Fury's going to have to vacate the belt, which is not what I want to see at all. He writes, Fury must fight Wilder a third time, or he's going to have to pay him money, or else the belt to be stripped off Fury. And that's just so, like, that's why UFC is so much better than boxing, because they literally have, like, the best of the best fighting each other. But in boxing, it's literally just so much politics and so much fucking contract bullshit like that. You know?
Millionaire versus millionaire.
So like, it could be this huge sport, and it's such a shame it's not that. It's such a fall from grace in the last 20 years boxing has been, and that's when UFC has risen up, and it fucking rightly so has risen up. Like, yeah. Anyway, show me this Emperor Squid thing.
It's an action octopus. I got that wrong.
Octopus. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
All hail Emperor Dumbo, the newest species of deep-dwelling octopus. It's the first time a new octopus has been described using a complete non-invasive imaging. New species of Dumbo octopus equipped with telltale and darling fins on its head has been dredged from the deep. Okay, so we're looking at this lad. He's new. That's the old one. That's the one they had before. They knew about.
Okay.
But this lad's just massive.
Wow.
Yeah, you went from like something like this little derpy lad. It looks pretty silly, to be honest.
Can you show me? Is there like a thing of like a scale to it of like how big it is, compared to like other? So you see, like in the one of the top right corner, there's kind of like a scale there of how does it size with other like animals and stuff.
Is it a scale here?
Species. Oh.
Let's take a look. He's a big boy anyway. Okay, I guess it's only the Dumbo octopus for now.
Okay.
I guess this is outdated. It lives 30,000 feet. The largest Dumbo octopus was 5 foot 10 inches. That's big.
Oh, so it's taller than me. That's sick.
Yeah, weighed 13 pounds. Okay, so this is the big one, the Emperor one.
It looks like something out of Subnautica.
It's so new. It actually does. Speaking of Subnautica, didn't Sub-Zero like properly come out like 2 days ago?
Yeah. So Subnautica is out now. Yeah. So it's Sub-Zero. Yeah.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Definitely gonna play it. It looks really good. I saw a clip of someone's penguin being murdered by this big fucking creature, and it was really sad. I gotta finish Subnautica. Jesus Christ, man, that game is so. Yeah. It's kind of like a big kind of like, oh, I gotta do this first game. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like Minecraft. Like, oh, I gotta get to the Nether, but before that, I need to get a diamond pickaxe. But before that, I need to get iron. I need to get stone, wood. It's like, there's so much shit you gotta do beforehand before you actually get your stuff done. But like, go Subnautica, Sub-Zero, then Low-Zero. Okay, so I'm playing the original Subnautica then, am I? Or I'm playing. So yeah, obviously. Is there 2 games or 3 games?
I'm now confused. I thought this new one was like the sequel. I didn't. How many? Is that serious? Are you serious?
Is there 3 Subnautica games?
I'll check it out.
I don't think I could do 3 of them. Like, I like the game, but it just takes forever. Like, it takes so goddamn long. There's probably like people speed running online that can do it in like an hour, like get to the rocket, which is the ultimate goal, is to get off the island. Is there a record actually? What, like how the fastest Subnautica? There's 3 games: Subnautica, Sub-Zero, and Below Zero. Okay, damn, I didn't even know that.
So Below Zero came out in 2019. Oh God, when did the original come out? Came out in
what? Okay, actually,
2014.
I'm going to turn on my PlayStation real quick, man. I'm just going to tell you how much time I've put into Subnautica, okay? Which you're gonna tell me it's crazy, but you know I've been streaming this thing for like over a month now. Okay? And I'm just looking here, fucking oh my god, that is ridiculous, man.
How long?
Well, I just want to tell you how much I have first. I think I'm over 20 hours into it though. Like, there's no way. Okay, I need to open this up now real quick. Man, I don't even know why I still have Warzone on my PlayStation. I don't play it anymore. It's not good.
Dude,
like,
I haven't touched a console in so long.
Nah. We should hop
on
it
at
some point. We should stream Warzone at some point. Okay. My bad. That's fine. 12 hours, 40 minutes. Okay, that's how much, and I'm not even halfway done to fucking getting the game done. I still have loads of shit to get. The world record is 33 minutes.
Damn. If you think that's a long time to be in a game, though, that's rough. Because I need to tell you how long.
You know what I mean, man. You know, like I said, how do I even check how many hours I've played GTA for? Because it'd be fucking terrible at the moment. But Thomas, let's play Warzone. You know, man, well, I'd be up for I'd actually love to hop in playing fucking Warzone, streaming on Twitch a little bit more because I miss playing. Jared, me and you had some great fucking times during lockdown playing Warzone with the lads. You know, a bit of fun.
Yeah, it was good crack. Let me just check.
Hop back in at some point.
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, man. I mean, hit me up. We'll play Warzone. Not tonight. Busy. Got podcast stuff to do. Who do we have on after this, Jared?
Good old Stevie Cantwell.
Stevie Cantwell tonight. We're talking about a murder. Ooh, but
a murder case he unfortunately got involved with, which is not the best.
Guys had such a fucked up life. Feels, you know, you have to feel bad for him sometimes. But it is fucking pissing outside. It's not rain.
It's not raining where I am.
Man, it is fucking pelting.
I had.
It's literally fucking. It's hailstones. It's fucking pelting out there. Thank fuck I'm doing one of those 300 steps things, lads, for like charity. You know, I might do a charity. I should do a charity stream and put that as a link. That would be a really smart idea. But I'm doing that. I might play Warzone and do that. That actually sounds pretty good. But I'm doing one of those 300,000 steps in May with Dara. You might know Dara as the former co-host as Awfully Irish. But and 10k steps every day. So thank fuck we did it today.
That's so loud. That's loud.
It. Look, I'm gonna put my mic closer to my window.
That's like an ASMR video. That's kind of cool. Dude, that's fucking rough. It hasn't gotten here yet. You're only like 13 minutes up the road.
Do you know what? I'm gonna join on my phone real quick and I'm gonna show you what it's like out there.
All right, go on. I was just gonna say there.
Here, let me just go here.
Give me a second. Yeah, I was saying there when he said he had like 12 hours in a game and thought that was a lot. I don't even play this game anymore, but the most amount of time I've ever had in a video game was 500 hours. 500 hours in Civ 5. And Civ 6, I put in 350 hours. Some would reckon that's a bit too many. I reckon that's a bit too many.
Can I turn my camera around? Is there any way to do that?
I don't know.
Oh, can you hear yourself? No, you can't. You shouldn't be able to hear yourself. All right, you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Can you see that all right?
Yeah, that's hail.
Man, look, that's hail on the ground.
Man, that's rough.
That's fucking god awful. Jesus Christ.
I'm only drove me and there's nothing right now. But like it has gotten pretty dark. It doesn't get dark till about 8:30 here, or nearly 10.
It looks like it's fucking snow.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind if it was snow. I remember it snowed in like May one year. Yeah. Anyway, ladies, we're gonna call it a. Oh yeah, for the Beast from the East.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember that was great crack. I went off to one of my friends' house for it. I had the girlfriend over the day before it got bad, and it was just like a nice little mist. I was walking home that day as well, and it was just like a bit of mist following me. It was like super sunny, then super cold. But then you wake up the next morning and there's 3 feet of snow. Next day there could be 5 feet of snow, and it just went on. It was great crack. Every store in the town was closed, so one of my mates went off, and
just before we end, we're gonna put in the link for 5 minutes just so we can have a chat with people. Just because a couple of people can we go and we chat. So you have 5-10 minutes unless you humor me immensely. Immensely? Is that the right word to use there? Immensely? I don't think it is, right?
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm wrong there. I don't know. Man, I'm so fucking.
Sup? Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Manuel, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Oh no, we're on the wrong side.
Good. Let's get Jared back in here. He's just.
I am back.
Laughing and smiling.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, that's good.
Hey, why is Obi-Wan keep popping in and out?
And he left the stream and I'm back, and
I actually left the call back.
Hey, Obi-Wan. Hey,
you're funny. Do you know that? You're funny. You're so funny. Do you know that? Yeah. Look at the mappa here on me.
Yeah. Now it looks like the 90s.
Looks like what, Mario?
The 90s.
Dude, I had my mother-in-law tell me I need to get a haircut, so considering it. So.
Dude. Oh man, I was talking. I can't recall if it was with you guys or I think it was with Ryan. Man, the 90s and the early 2000s. Such a simple way of life.
I mean, I was only growing up in like 2011 kind of area. Like we're fucking new to the game. Man, I'm 19, about to turn 20, so.
It was different. You could have done racist jokes and everybody would understand that they were jokes only.
Yeah.
You could be a little bit touchy, but everybody knew that it was like a playful, touchy. I don't know. Just the world became more sensitive to stuff.
So when guys made like Mexican jokes to you, did you care, or were you just like, you would do the same back to them, like?
Yeah, it was like just laugh, like
fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. We had a bit of that growing up as well. Like it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know if it was as bad, but we had like It's the same kind of crack. Like we're ass into nowhere Ireland, so jokes will be jokes. So
Yeah, I think
know yourself.
the best example that I can give to everybody watching and for you too is that watch the movie called Euro Trip.
I've watched it. I watched it with Thomas. It was good crack.
It's great, man.
That movie, if it came out today, it would be fucking canceled before it hit theaters.
A lot of them would.
There's a lot of movies like that, though. Yeah.
The ass
Tropic
crack of
Thunder,
Ireland. I said we live in the ass end of nowhere, Ireland. The ass end.
The S.
Which I suppose means ass crack to Americans. Ass end.
Yep.
Jeez, I didn't realize that. Yeah, we live in the ass end of nowhere. We just live in a bog, a big, dirty, mucky area where people burn the dirt. That's where we live. Literally. We've talked about that enough in fucking recent episodes. The more you know.
Well, at least you two are not Quakers, so.
It's a Quaker.
Religious conservative.
I am.
Almost like Amish.
I take it something happened.
Man, my PC is just so laggy. I can't. Like I could not hear.
What year is your PC?
Oh fuck! Here comes the thunder. That's bad. I'm just hearing like, boom, boom. Hasn't started to hail yet.
I don't know what PC my year came out, what year it was made, Manuel, but it's not one of the good ones. I'll tell you that, man.
It's a Lenovo. It's got 8 gigabytes of seriously fast RAM. It's just the CPU doesn't keep up. Actually, we did this benchmark thing, like user benchmark, for his PC. It didn't recognize the CPU. Like he has some serious problems with PC. I'll give my hand whatever I can. Like I have a few bits lying around, but with the kind of PC he has, it's more like a laptop inside of a computer thingy. So there's a bit to be done from. I think we'll probably just get him like another stick of RAM, put him up to 16 gigabytes, and pray.
I just saw the comment of Shuni that I have sleepy 2000 spiky hair. Yep.
You do. You kind of look like one of the lads from Friends. Which actually, Friends has gotten a bit of trouble now because they didn't have any black actors in the new season. They had guest stars who were like Indian or I don't know, there's some other ethnicities or whatever. But because they didn't have a black actor, they're in a bit of trouble. So,
dude,
we'll see what happens.
You know what's fucked up? And I'm pissed right now, but I'm gonna be so fucking pissed when I watch the first episode because I know it.
Why?
They have Asian and black characters in the Lord of the Rings series for Amazon. When in the books have you read that there's like Asians and black dudes? Now I know it's Tolkien and he defended because it was medieval and Europe in medieval times was all white. But dude, you do not force diversity.
But in fairness, Manuel, in a world where there's dwarves, gnomes, and elves, I'm sure hobbits even, you can probably fit like a black lad in there somewhere. Like, come on.
But not black elves. Black elves is supposed to be the orcs.
Fair. Actually, I don't know enough about Lord of the Rings. I remember I watched it once, but it was the kind of thing, like you watch it just to say you've done it. It didn't really get the full experience.
Nah, man, the books are heavy.
Are they?
Dude. The first book that I read, it wasn't the Lord of the Rings. It was the Sons of Odin. Holy shit, that was fucking heavy. And when I started reading the trilogy, I was like, damn, it's nothing compared to Odin because it's in the Sons of Odin book. They describe you the whole fucking first stage. And it was more shit than in the second and in the movies that happened because it's explaining why the races came to be, why the elves go to the West, the fight between dwarves and elves, how men came to be, orcs, Morgoth, that is the real baddie of it, not Sauron. So it's more heavy.
It's an interesting world. Like that and Game of Thrones are like the best like fantasy world I've ever seen. But here, Manuel, we're going to move on to the next lad, and we're going to call it quits after. So
What about Star Wars?
stick around.
Star Wars can suck my.
Did you ever see that?
Do you see this lad here?
What?
Well, actually, I don't see him, to be honest. It's a black screen.
Which lad?
Can you see him?
Sketchy man, you there? No.
I think his phone died or crashed literally as I clicked that.
have no
Big
idea.
boy Bill.
Do you ever see that? Do you ever see that tweet, Jared? It's like this guy said that he often dreams about winning the lotto and buying the rights to Friends so he can like edit out the half
Can you
track
hear
and
me?
just see how unfunny it is. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
man.
How you get on, dude? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Bill.
How you
Yes.
getting on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Like, my phone is, like, lagging very bad, so it might be, like, out of sync.
Yeah, because I can hear myself, like, after yeah. Anyway, ladies, we're going to call it quits. We got an interview coming up in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Steve Cantwell, episode out tomorrow, talking about how he got involved in a murder case. So we'll see how that one goes on. Anyway, take it handy. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, and good luck.